Hey, I'm Scotty, and one of the most common questions that I get is how do I find my references that I sketch and practice from? Well, I'm going to show you where I find them and exactly how I find them. Over the last 4 years, these are the places that I've used to find my free reference images. I'll go through each one, sharing specific examples, how to use it, and I'll save my favorite to the end. I love sketching portraits and more lately, candid figures and street scenes. So I started out using Google to find my images, and if this is what you feel comfortable using, I really recommend you try these tips. Try not to use single common words like people or figures. You can see here when I search people, the stock images are pretty cheesy, and when I search figures, it wasn't even related to what I was trying to find. So here are some examples of search terms that I've been using. Candid people, candid portraits, people walking, people sitting, portrait reference. I can select one, and on the right hand side you can see the image there, and you can also scroll down to find other images that are very similar to that one. So the two main problems I have with Google was image quality and copyright issues. So often the images are quite low quality, and when you zoom in they're very blurry. And if you want to use these artworks to sell, I think you could run into issues with copyright. Instagram has some great photography accounts which you can follow and find references to draw from. One that I occasionally use, and I've seen lots of other artists use, is an account called Earth's World. He takes these brilliant photos from county fairs with so much character in their faces. But let me know if you have any other photography accounts that you use in the comments below. Pinterest is my second favorite place to find reference images. Search for what you like, and then Pinterest does a great job of showing you more. Try searching terms like candid photos, people walking in the street, portrait reference, and 100 Heads Challenge. 100 Heads Challenge is a great Pinterest challenge that Ahmed Odori posts. If you search for his profile, you can find some saved collections that he has there for portraits and figures. So I'll try searching fashion outfits here, and I like this image here. So I can save it in a collection. So I've created a Scotty's References collection. I'll save it there. And then if you scroll down, you can see other related images. It does a great job in finding great images that are similar. But in my opinion, Pinterest's greatest strength with the algorithm is also its greatest weakness. Once you start clicking on certain images, it'll feed you those images because that's what it thinks you want. But it's very difficult to break out of that. For example, if you click on famous faces or pretty faces, that's all you seem to get. Once I tried to sketch Tom Holland's face, but I couldn't get him out of my feed for weeks. Okay, and finally we come to my favorite place to find references. Pexels and Unsplash are specialty websites with royalty-free images and videos. They have high resolution images that you're free to use even for commercial purposes. So step one is to try some of these search terms here depending what you're looking for. So you scroll down through the images and you collect images that you like. So step number 2 is when you click on an image, you click this collection icon and you make some folders like I've got here, and you add the image to the folder. And now this next step is really important. So once you've collected a few images, you can expand from that. The first way is to select one of your images, scroll down, and you'll find lots of similar images below. Then you can save those images and then go to their similar images, and you can build upon finding similar images through this process. The other way I use to build my reference library is to go to an image that I like from my collection, select the profile of the person who took that photo. Sometimes their profile can be full of photos that have different angles of that same person or similar kind of scenes that really suit what I'm looking for. You can see here I selected this person and I went to the profile, and then I found lots of different angles and pictures of these same two people. This is how I collect my pictures, because these sort of photos don't turn up in the search. You have to actually find them yourself. It takes a lot more time, but it's really worth it. But if searching around for references isn't your thing, I also created these images for my Patreon supporters. So you can download these, make it easier. You can scan through all the references on this board and see which ones you want to practice. And also, if you'd like to sketch along with me in some in-depth tutorials and get some detailed feedback, I recommend you check out my Patreon page. Now you know my secrets for finding references. I hope you never have to worry about finding references again. If you have a favorite place you find references that I haven't put in here, please share them in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.